Most people don't lose because they lack intelligence. They lose because they're addicted to being liked. Being liked feels safe, it feels mature. But being liked is not the same as being respected. And if you confuse the two, you quietly hand control of your life to people more strategic than you. If I watched you in a room for just 10 minutes, I wouldn't need your resume. I'd watch how fast you fill silence, how quickly you defend yourself, how often you soften your words, and from that alone, I could measure your leverage. Here's what nobody wants to admit. Most niceness isn't virtue. It's fear wearing a moral costume, fear of conflict, fear of disapproval, fear of losing approval. Nice people avoid tension. Strategic people control it. That's the entire difference. This is not about becoming cruel or aggressive. It's behavioral calibration, shifting from moral thinking to strategic thinking. Machiavelli understood it centuries ago. Power doesn't respond to good intentions. It responds to perception, access, and timing. So here are 7 psychology shifts that move you from approval seeker to position controller. Before we go deeper, drop this affirmation in the comments. I choose leverage. Shift 1. Stop seeking psychological safety. There's a silent addiction most people never confront. The addiction to psychological comfort. The need for every conversation to stay smooth, every room to feel relaxed. But every time you rush to relieve tension, laughing it off, over-explaining, apologizing, you lower your status. The person who stays steady during tension controls the temperature of the room. When someone challenges you, don't scramble. Pause, hold eye contact, let the silence stretch. Not because you're hostile, because you didn't retreat. Power sits on the other side of unease. Comfort-seeking keeps you agreeable. Advantage-seeking keeps you respected. Shift 2. Detach from immediate approval. The craving for validation shapes behavior more than logic ever will, and dependence on approval makes you adjustable, and adjustable people are easy to position. When you need positive feedback right now, your decisions get compromised. You tailor opinions to the room. You hesitate to contradict status. Strategic people know respect is often delayed. When you speak with conviction, not everyone agrees. That's not loss. That's filtration. Stop scanning faces for reassurance. Measure yourself by positioning, not by reaction speed. Shift 3. Control your tempo. Reactive people respond instantly. Strategic people respond deliberately. When you rush to answer, defend, or explain, you signal that other people set your rhythm. Slow your responses. Pause before you speak. Let questions breathe. Controlled tempo tells the room, this person moves on their own clock, and people who move on their own clock get treated with caution. Shift 4. Make generosity intentional. Automatic generosity, endless favors, instant availability, overgiving, doesn't build loyalty. It builds expectation, and expectation without appreciation is exploitation. Give deliberately, not compulsively. When your time and energy are invested instead of leaked, every yes carries weight, and every boundary earns respect. Shift 5. Use strategic space. Nice people explain everything. They justify every decision, clarify every boundary, defend every choice. But over-clarity is over-exposure. You don't owe a paragraph for every no. Strategic space, the things you don't explain, creates mystery, and mystery creates caution. Say less. Mean more. Let people fill the silence with respect, instead of you filling it with apologies. Shift 6. Treat every interaction as an exchange. No conversation is neutral. Every interaction either raises or lowers your positioning, in small, almost invisible increments. Watch the balance. Who's investing more effort? Who's chasing validation? Who's adapting to keep harmony? If you consistently invest more explanation, more enthusiasm, more reassurance, you position yourself beneath the other person. Recalibration doesn't require confrontation. It requires awareness. Adjust your energy, your airtime, your availability, and the equation shifts. Shift 7. Design your reputation intentionally. If you don't define how you're perceived, other people will do it for you. And once a label sticks, it shapes every future interaction. Reputation is built in small, repeated moments. How you react under pressure, which standards you enforce, which behaviors you tolerate. Tolerate disrespect publicly once, and that moment becomes reference material. Before you react, ask, what does this response teach people about me? When you're known for measured responses, your rare intensity carries weight. That's reputation working for you. Drop the second affirmation in the comments. I shape perception. 7 structural upgrades. From comfort-seeking to tension tolerance. From validation hunger to internal alignment. From accidental image to engineered reputation. None of this requires aggression. It requires discipline. In speech, in timing, in energy, in identity. When you stop acting nice out of fear and start moving with intention, people adjust. Not because you demanded respect, because your positioning demands it for you. But here's where most people fail. They feel motivated today and revert tomorrow. Don't. Transformation isn't in understanding, it's in repetition. If this shifted something in you, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Stop acting nice to survive. Start playing smart to lead.